Shalom, shalom, shalom. Brother Double I back once again here to make another lesson. Yahweh brought this out and be edifying. Um, just watching a couple of videos and felt the spirit to make a lesson. Um, so just beginning with the fair use in order to ensure that there's no strikes against me for any content. I'm not trying to gain any monetary gain from this content or anything else. So, with that being said, I'd like to begin, as always, by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rahah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, bishops, the men of great millstone, peace and salutations to the house of David, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth of the hopeful elect. To you I say, Shalom. So, as the Spirit has given me guidance to do, begin my lesson in Proverbs 9 and verse 10. This, the importance of this cannot be, man, it cannot be held lightly, you know. And it reads, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. And this is where you begin to glean knowledge, wisdom, understanding. This is the beginning of it. And it begins with the fear of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. And this is why we tell, a lot of times, that'd be the first question I ask a Christian, do you love the Lord or do you fear the Lord? And if they love the Lord, then I don't really even bother anything else with them, because you're just not going to get it. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get the understanding of any of these scriptures. You're not going to get the understanding of why we do what we do. You're not going to get the understanding of the walk that the Most High has allowed us to walk. None of that is going to be made clear to you, because you're in this fantasy world where you think you love the Lord. But, again, scriptures is clear. If you say you love him and keep not and do not what he say, you're a liar, And I'm going to just get that real quick since I quoted it. But shall bear with me for a minute. I like that one as well. I don't think that's the one I want. Salakia. There we go. That's what I wanted. So, as I was saying, Christians, they always declare how much they love the Lord. But, when it comes to doing the things that he said do, oh, that's not part of the options. You know what I mean? He freed me from the law. I can do whatever I want. And I love the, cheesy rice to the rescue. But the scriptures is clear, and this is the New Testament, and it reads, he that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. So you know, just 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 on a side note, because hey, that's the way Christians get down with the get down. You know, man, if you claiming that you love the Lord, but you're not willing to do anything He says, then you ought to actually think about what exactly it is that you're saying. But we understand that it's the fear of the Lord that begins the correct walk. So anyway, I got a couple of videos I just wanted to touch on because man, and these things is happening. So the first one I was watching,
Don't drive a pickup truck. Don't eat red meat. Don't use sin pouches. Don't believe in America.
yeah,
Мы в контакте с Ираном. У нас достаточно доверительные отношения.
and basically, Putin has been very much active these last couple of days with BRICS and with everything else that he's being involved in. But now we see that, you know, he's turning his eyes to the so-called Middle East and the things that are happening there. And, you know, it just, well, I can show you better than I can tell you. And, I muted it because he's speaking in a different language, and you should be able to read what's being spoken. But I wanted to jump up to this particular, I think it's about the 2 minute, 27-second mark, but we'll just let it kind of run and see what's being said. But he's offering a compromise to these two nations. You know what I mean? Because here in the West, they push conflict, they push chaos, they push, um, war, because through those methods and through those different avenues, they gain control, and this is what they want. So, here in America, the talk of peace is not something that they want to hear, and they'll do anything they can to manipulate the situation. So here we see that he's speaking on Iran and Israel, and he's a very shrewd man. But what he's getting ready to say here, you know, he speaks down to terrorism, the T word. Nevertheless, answering the questions of whether compromise are possible, to help find those compromise and contract with both sides. So I missed it somewhere here. He spoke of that, you know what I mean. Basically, their union is with Iran. You know, this is what I was trying to find that section where he said it, and I probably had the little piece in the way. Okay, there it is. As for Iran, we have allied. Yeah, there it is, right there. Let's see. Go back just a hint. As for Iran, we have allied. As for Iran, we have allied relations with it. So, right there, he's letting you know. You know what I mean? Hey, That's who he's in league with. And this is and not just them, but this is Persia, which is Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them, all of them with shields and helmets. And I'm going to go back a little bit to verse 3. This is Ezekiel 38, starting at verse 1. It says, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." And we bring this up to the modern day. That's going to be the tanks, the all of the weapons of war that come with today's modern military: missiles, tanks, planes, uh, armored vehicles, you name it. And this devil has been pursuing war for quite some time, you know, but he's getting ready to, man, be in the presence of the God of war. The Lord is a man of war. So, hey, these things are transpiring because that is the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And nothing is going to turn it back. At this point, we may see lulls in the action, but they're not going to put out the embers. The fire is already kindled. So it may die out a little bit, it may cool off a little bit, but as the Most High begins that fanning, he's going to fan that flame, and it's going to erupt. It's going to engulf the whole world. This fire of war is happening, and there's nothing that they're going to be able to do. He's not going to be able to negotiate peace between these two peeps. There's going to be a situation. It says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shields and helmets. Gomar and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. It says, Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And what are we seeing here? Hey, we're seeing Gog of Magog begin to perform these very acts, begin to, to do what the scriptures declare that he would do. And we're seeing it. We're seeing it in full regalia, in full, enactment. And this is I'm not, this, and I just want to see if we can catch a glimpse of all. So as you can see there, all of these nations, are in league, and they're coming under the umbrella of the BRICS nations. You know, all of these nations, all of these nations are at the BRICS summit, including the UN. This thing is happening, man. This thing is happening whether they want it to or not. You know, this is Isaiah 48 and 22, and it says, "There is no peace, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, unto the wicked." So, hey, despite all of these people coming together, declaring how they want to have peace, it's not going to be peace. There's not going to be peace. This thing is going to erupt. These nations are just aligning themselves at this stage for what's to come, you know, for the things that are transpiring and that are coming upon this earth. That's what's happening right now. You know, these nations are no longer coming underneath the authority of the, America, being dictated to, being having their finances stolen if they don't, acquiesce and adhere to what America declares is what they want. If we can't take all your resources and enslave your people, then there's a problem. You know, and it's a never-ending thing with these people. But yeah, this is these are the times we're living in. And the Most High, man, He has the ability to make multiple things happen at the same time. So here we see, another situation, and this is the elder remnant saved 144, and I was just kind of catching. I don't want to infringe on the brother's video without first requesting, but this is Biden was visiting Arizona, talking to the different tribal communities out here, among other places, and there's this great apology for the actions that have taken place, for the crimes committed against these indigenous people, and they think that they can come through with words and declare, their sympathy, like, oh, I'm so sorry, we should have never done this, we were wrong, yada yada yada. But hey, the script, man, you're not fixing to get away with what you've done. You know what I mean? These things, they're required. There's a requirement, and this is because the so-called American Indian is actually the tribe of Gad, and well, we know that it was a troop that overcame Gad. You guys came in, you killed off the buffalo, you laid waste and laid siege to Gad, you destroyed him, So yeah, you overcame, but you never took a moment to get the second part of that prophecy. And this is Genesis 49 and 19, and it reads, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. So, hey, there's a time coming when Gad is going to raise back up. When Gad is going to be given another opportunity to best you, and hey, this time he's going to have Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to push him forward. This time you're not going to succeed. This time there's going to be, you know what I mean? Hey, this time it's going to be It's going to be a bad thing for you, devil. You know, and the things, the atrocities, the abominations, the things that you've done to Gad, there's no way, you know what I mean, that you can think that it's going to go lightly for you. It's crazy. These computers, like they know when you talking down Esau, so they have to move slowly and resist, but it's okay. Hey, the devil, do what you do. It doesn't matter. This word is going to come out whether or not it comes out through me or any one of the, thousands of servants of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. This word is going to come out. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. He's blessed me to be one of those to help bring it forward. This is Ecclesiastes 12, Salakia, Ecclesiasticus 12, beginning at 10, and it reads, Never trust thine enemies, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching. So, hey, this is what this devil is doing right now. He's pretending to humble himself, and he's trying to come in a what would be perceived as a meek, mild manner. You know what I mean? But we know this devil has nothing but war on his mind. It says, you know, though he humble himself and go crouching, take good heed and beware of him. You know what I mean? So don't let this devil come at you like, like the average Jake, you know what I mean? And like the Jake woman, where they just enamored with Esau. Whatever he says or does, they just swoon and woo, you know, all about whatever this devil does. See, he really loves me. He just look at what he's saying. He's saying such good stuff. That's what this devil does. But a wise man, a man that fears the Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, is going to beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. So, hey, anybody that has this truth, you know what I mean, that's been given that gift to wake up from the madness that is this place, man, can see right through that shit. That he's got an ulterior motive. He's got plans for anybody who he can sucker into thinking that, he's changed and it's a new day and he's good to go and you can trust him, because he said, I'm sorry. Hey, this devil never means it, man. He never means it, you know. And all of these nations, all of these people, hey, they're coming together and they're acting like, you know what I mean, it's going to be an easy time. It's going to, you know what I mean, everything is going to settle down and they're going to move forward with their NWO and everything is going to be everything. But Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has a different plan. And, those of us that have been given that gift to fear Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai once again, well, we know, you know. And this is First Thessalonians 5, and I'm going to start at 1, and it reads, But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly well that the day of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So all these people thinking that, you know what I mean, everything is just getting ready to be everything and they're going to move forward with their agenda and, you know what I mean, Putin thinking that he's going to, negotiate some type of peace between Iran and and Israel. Hey, that's not the Most High's plan. You know, for a moment it may work, but in the long run, and in the not too distant future, the Most High is getting ready to bring judgment upon these nations. So, hey, again, you know, Israel, what does the Most High, require of you? You know, because we're living in the times where salvation is at the door for those that have been given the gift to want to be done with this place, to want to be rid of this place, to want to return to a correct way of living, to return fully to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and be fully committed to his word. And this is where we're at, And the rest of our people, hey, whatever your end is, when you come back in the kingdom, you'll be all right. So it's just a quick lesson, looking at the times, knowing the times that you're in, you know, and what the conclusion of it is. Full circle. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, and it reads, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man." So with that, I pray that you were edified. I want to close by giving all praise, honor, and glory to, once again, to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders, the bishops, the men of great millstone. Peace and blessings to the house of David, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, the men, women, and children scattered throughout the four corners of the earth of the hopeful elect. To you, once again, I say, Shalom.